Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I posted a video. I've kind of been MIA. It's not because my life has been super crazy, it's actually just because I've just been super lazy. So there are a couple things that I want to update you on. I'll be posting a couple videos in the next couple weeks. I hope I'm not lazy. The first is that here in Anchorage, we got our first snow last night. This is what it looks like. Oh, that's really bright. This is my front yard, quote unquote yard. That's my yard. Super impressive. I know you can't tell from the video, but my husband, when he had to go to work this morning, he pulled out with his Challenger, which is a rear-wheel drive car, and he went somewhere over here, and he went right back into the driveway, and so he ended up taking my car and texted me this morning and said, I am so sorry, but I had to take your car to work because mine is all-wheel drive. I have an Evo, like I said in my last video. Oh, I've got stuff on my camera. Anyways, so he took my car this morning. He texted me and he actually felt really bad. And I said, that's okay because I'd rather you get to work and not hit a car or slide into a ditch and take my car and I'll just be stranded because I'm not going to drive your car anywhere. So that is where we are at right now. My dogs are absolutely loving the snow. And I'm hopefully going to get some clips for you guys because they went outside in the fresh snow and completely destroyed my backyard. So they're having a good time. They're all double-coated dogs, so they just love it. So I will keep you updated on that. I'm probably going to go take a shower, brush my hair. I don't know, maybe make myself look presentable for you guys. We'll see if I actually do that, though. Okay. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Kiara, Rocky, Husky, Lab Husky. And then there's Shadow, who is a Shetland sheepdog, also known as a Sheltie. These are basically my whole life, all three of them, even though they're all shitheads. You ready to go outside? Let's go. Excuse me, you're in my way. Okay. Sit. Sit. Go through the struggle in the morning time where even though it's like 35 degrees outside, you still contemplate on whether you should make hot coffee or iced coffee? I don't know what to drink. It's always a struggle for me. Or maybe, just maybe, I should make tea. Coffee, tea, coffee, tea. It's morning time. I have to go with coffee. Mornings are made for coffee, right? That's just science. It's actually 12 o'clock on the dot. Oh, God. What am I supposed to do now? Coffee it is. filled it with a little bit of this log cabin syrup. I try not to use nearly a quarter of a cup because seriously, who needs 53 grams of carbs in syrup alone? And obviously I went with iced coffee, and I decided to put it in a stemless wine glass because why not be fancy, but not to be outdone by the bendy straw because balance. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and then I will get on with the rest of my day. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the clip of how I make my coffee and what I ate for breakfast this morning. Now I wanted to talk to you about my lifestyle changes that I have gone through and since the last time I had spoken to you guys. No, I don't want to play. Please leave. Anyways, I no longer eat meat. It was not an easy process to go through. The reason why I stopped eating meat actually stemmed from me reading a book called Skinny Bitch. The only thing I really care about, it's not the only thing I care about, but one of the main things I care about in my life is animals. It just kind of helps me keep going. I'm not really a huge fan of kids, and I look at my dogs the way most people would look at their children. So I was reading the book, and it was talking about the cruelty that they go through in slaughterhouses. And I always knew, I had an idea of what actually happened in slaughterhouses, but I didn't actually know the mentality that the workers actually have. And it was truly mortifying to honestly believe that there are people out there that can do that to something so innocent. One of the clips was extremely gruesome. It involved a pig and how this particular worker had done some stuff to this pig. If you want to find out what happened, please go pick it up. That wasn't even my motivating factor. It's actually more so about the environment and my own health. I had been watching a couple documentaries after I had read the book to realize how the earth is slowly deteriorating due to the massive reproduction of cows, pigs, chickens, turkeys, just so that we can be fed is asinine. It is the number one cause for the deforestation in the entire world. Basically what happens is we are running out of space to put these animals, so we tear down forests and build pastures or cages or whatever you want to call it to keep these animals in so that they can eat, but they're just eating to be eaten by us. I also was reading another portion of the book. We tend to put these animals in places where most indigenous people would get their food from. So not only are we mass producing these animals and putting them in places where they don't belong, like in a rainforest, but we're also taking away from the people that live there, which provides their food for them. So we're starving these people and we are mass producing these animals that don't belong there simply for the fact that we can consume meat. That's it. It's not that we're not supposed to eat meat, because we are. We're omnivores where we're able to live off of meat and plants, but we're not meant to consume the meat at the rate that we eat it. To this day, I was reading a documentary called Forks Over Knives. It's a really good one. You should go watch it if you're interested in this, where it was talking about the increase of meat that we've actually eaten over the last, I think it was 30 years, and it's gone up substantially. And it all has to do with money, about who can make the most money. The Got Milk campaign is strictly for money. We don't need milk. That's the way that I grew up. I grew up on fish sticks from a box that you heat up in the microwave, and pizza rolls and chicken nuggets that you drop in the deep fryer from a food company called Schwann's, and mac and cheese and ramen noodles, soda, and just things that are processed that go through all this processing. Our bodies can't even digest it because we're not supposed to consume it. That's nuts. And it all has to do with money. It's a really big lifestyle change for me, and I've struggled a lot with it. I don't know if I actually have an eating disorder. I just tend to be afraid of food. I kind of think about food too much. I always think about what I'm eating to the point where either, oh, that's not too bad, so I'll overeat it, or there's a little bit of bad stuff in here, so I'm not going to eat it at all. And then I would just binge. The relationship that I have with food is not very healthy. Excuse me.
I'm not overeating or undereating. Well, no, that's not true. I do tend to still overeat and undereat. The way that I grew up, I didn't really know good eating habits. Basically, when I sit down, I eat really fast and I clear my plate. And that has led to my increasing weight gain. I never understood the whole stop when you're full, put stuff on smaller plates, because if I'm hungry, I'm like, no, I'm gonna put 3 scoops of mac and cheese and 22 chicken wings. And then I still eat it all because I'm eating it so fast and I'm not drinking enough water before I eat it to not let my stomach know that I'm full. And by the time that I'm actually full, I'm eating so fast that I've consumed way more than I needed to, and I always walked away with a stomachache. Realizing this industry that's all about money, and the FDA and the USDA do not care about your health. They don't. And that is very unfortunate, but it's all about money, and that's disgusting. I am slowly working on better eating habits, better sleep schedule. I'm trying to work on my activity level, which the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is I have been super lazy. What I mean by that is I have zero desire to do anything, and I am tired all the time. I will wake up right before I have to go to work. I will come home. I will sit on the couch and I will do nothing. I will just sit there and scroll through social media, and I'll eat, and then I'll just go to bed, and then I'll just be tired again when I wake up the next day. And it is just not healthy, this lifestyle that I have adapted, and I need to do something about it. I, tonight, am going to go to Target and get some stuff to put together a motivational board for me, and I'm hoping that I will put a video just for that in the next couple videos so you can kind of see what I'm doing to make my motivational board. And I'm going to swing by Best Buy and see if I can pick up a Polar A300 activity tracker watch. I don't think any one thing is ever going to be that one factor that changes your lifestyle. I think it's consistency, which I know nothing about, and a routine, which I also know nothing about. I'm 22 years old. I'm married. I've been married for almost 4 years. I already have a routine, and my routine is chaos, and I don't know how to handle it anymore. And my life is not actually spiraling out of control, but I feel like it is, and this is my statement today that I am going to take charge of my own life, and there's nobody on this planet that can do that except for me, with the help of God, obviously. I hope you enjoyed this ramble. I kind of sit down and get in my feelings, and let me know if you liked this kind of conversation. I will post that author below if you guys want to check it out, and check out Cowspiracy, Forks Over Knives. Right behind the video on the TV is Fat, Sick, and Nearly Deadly. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I'm actually going to sit here and watch that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you will come back next time.